Sweetdreams announced his retirement from Apex Competitive. For a very good reason. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your number one ALGS morning show on the planet. That is a fact. Alright, so this past week has been pretty stacked, from Pro League Scrims with the new Legend Band to the first preseason qualifiers to even more ROSTERMANIA news. Let's get right into it. So last Thursday and Friday, Oversight Esports started up Pro League Scrims again with one block each day. Now, what was particularly interesting about these scrims is, yes, watching players trial even more, like Knocked with Furia, Duplex with Fun and Deeds, Designed with Skittle and Gent, and Vaxlon with Guild and Phony. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wasn't Phony joining 100 Thieves with Genburn and Verhost? Which, by the way, if this is news to you, make sure you check out last episode. It's going to be, I still don't know where it's going to be, but the link is going to come up here somewhere. But click it, and we talk about Phony, Genburn, and Verhost joining 100 Thieves, which I'm not even kidding when I say that this on paper is the greatest team to have ever been put together in Apex history, which is not 100% official, but all the facts are pointing in that direction. Now, it looks like the reason Phony was scrimming with Vaxlon and Guild is because Verhost and Genburn did not scrim this week. So it makes sense. If I'm Phony, I want to get practice in. I want to experience the new Legend Band. So I'm picking up the two first guys that are okay with not even just trialing, but just practicing. So that's what it's looking like, but we still have to wait and see for the official announcement. That being said, here are the results for both scrim blocks. On Thursday, Furia took home the win. xCloud9 second, Oblivion third, Falcons fourth, Unleashed fifth, X76 sixth, Broski seventh, Gosu eighth, Powwow ninth, DZS 10th, and then you have the bottom 10. Now, an interesting stat that Oversight Esports gave us are the legends that were banned for each game. In Game 1, Ash was banned, Game 2, Bangalore, Game 3, Newcastle, Game 4, Gibraltar, and Game 5, Catalyst. And what's even more interesting is that on Friday's scrim block, it was almost the same legends that were banned during those 5 games. Game 1 was Ash again, Game 2 Newcastle, Game 3 Rampart, Game 4 Bangalore, and Game 5 Catalyst. And that just tells us that all the players, all the teams do agree that Ash is the most powerful legend in the game right now, because off of Game 1, she's the first one that's banned. Obviously, Ash overpowered, but also, in my opinion, one of the most fun with the movement and everything. Gives her a very, very big advantage. So I completely understand why Ash is banned off of Game 1. And you can also see on screen right now the scrim results for Friday's scrims. Virtus Pro first, Dudes Night Out second, Amos third, CTE fourth, xCloud9 fifth, Furious sixth, DZS seventh, Falcons eighth, Tres Leches ninth, and Gosu 10th. And then you have the bottom 10 or bottom 9 because there wasn't a 20th team. Now, is the Legend Band a good change that was brought to Apex? Absolutely. Thursday's scrim had a total of 69 different legend comps, and on Friday's scrim block, 60 different legend comps. Compared to ALGS championships, before that change, there were a total of only 16 legend comps. So thank you, Apex. Very much looking forward to seeing statistically which teams and players prove themselves to be the most versatile, because now teams and players that have been known to do really, really well on specific metas or on specific legends by crutching them, and some players are known to grind one specific legend and become one-trick ponies, they're going to get exposed and perform very poorly. So cannot wait to see which teams and players are most versatile and most adaptable. So please let me know down in the comments who you think is going to do the best, which teams are going to do the greatest under those new conditions, under these legend bans. In my opinion, teams that have the most experience and that have proven multiple times before in multiple metas that they can do great. Falcons, Alliance are two great examples of teams that I have no doubt in my mind that are going to adapt like that. Now, speaking of Pro League, this weekend was the first of 4 preseason qualifiers, and after the whole weekend, the finals were played Monday night, and the winner, who is now qualified for Pro League Split 1 regular season, is team... I actually don't know, because at the time we're recording this episode, the finals have not been played yet. So I'm going to put the results on screen right now. Woo! Whoever you're seeing in first place right now has not only automatically qualified for the Pro League Split 1 regular season, but also to the Open LAN tournament. I'm actually super excited to see who's going to win and who's going to take that first place. Let me see if I can predict this correctly. In first place, I'm going to put the standings right here. In first place... I'm predicting you guys are seeing the team name Pure right there. Stunny, Nemigo, and Brutus. If I'm wrong, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what I should do if I'm wrong. I really hope I'm not wrong. Stunny, please don't let me down. Now, all of this is pretty exciting and super stoked for all the teams that did great this weekend, but this does not compare to the intensity that we've had to experience through ROSTERMANIA since ALGS champs. From TSM breaking up, to Verhost leaking him joining 100 Thieves with Phony and Genburn, to NRG splitting up, to Cloud9 leaving Apex, and now to Sweetdreams announcing his retirement from Apex Competitive. On February 22nd, Sweet announced this in his Discord server. Well, listen up, everyone. All right, pause the video. As I'm editing this, I realized that reading the entire thing is way too long. So instead of boring you guys to death, I'll invite you to pause the video right now if you want to take the time to read. But basically, Sweet explains that he would rather not compete because financially speaking, it's a complete waste of time and energy when he can focus on other stuff. But he's still open to one day maybe making a return. That being said, back to the video. All right, I'll be fully expanding on this on stream soon and blah, blah, blah. You guys can read the rest. And this had a few people very interested in the poker aspect of this announcement, which surprises me a lot because I feel like it was pretty clear why he was using that example and why he brought up the poker stream that he did. Sweet tweeted this out after that of this very clever and very well thought through comment on Reddit by KeanuJTV. So shout out KeanuJTV. Please get more omega-3 fatty acids in your diet. Bless. Very clever, very well thought out. Shout out. Now, this announcement might come as a shock and surprise a lot of you, but this really is the smart decision for him to step down from Apex Competitive, and let me elaborate why. With ALGS Year 6 rumored to be cancelled, it is smarter for pro players to focus on the longevity of their career. And by longevity, I mean focusing on their content, focusing on their brand, because that's what's going to get them their longevity, not their short-term performances in tournaments, not them signing to new orgs. Because being a pro player means that your day-to-day life is pretty much booked from start to finish. You wake up, you grind, whether it's 3v3 TDMs, rank with your teammates, scrims, tournament days, VOD reviewing, and so it doesn't give much time during the day to grow your brand, make YouTube videos, create content. His Watson is a perfect example of someone who picked up on this sooner than everyone else. By focusing on building his brand and by creating content on YouTube, TikTok, and other platforms, he's grown a long-term following, a long-term brand for himself that brings back a lot more financially than and is financially smarter than just competing and being signed to an org and getting a salary and hoping that he wins tournaments and finishes at the top to make money that's actually worth it. And especially with Apex announcing that they're ceasing their partner program with orgs, that just means that salaries will be a lot lower because there's a lot less money that's being circulated in Apex. So yes, as sad as it is to see Sweet, one of the greatest IGLs this game has ever seen, step down from Apex Competitive, it is a way better and way smarter decision for himself as a pro player, as a content creator, and as a person for his future. So excited to see where this takes him and whether he eventually decides to make a return to Apex Competitive or not. Sweet. It was a pleasure watching you compete. And as for me, that's it for today's episode of your #1 ALGS morning show on the planet. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to turn on notifications on. Thank you guys, by the way, for the support. The last 2 episodes have been insane, over 9,000 views, almost 10K. Our first 10K episodes. For the returning subscribers, you guys are awesome. For the new subscribers, welcome to the #1 ALGS morning show on the planet. Oh my god, I can say that so fast. I've been saying it for 61 episodes now, so it's become like muscle memory. New episode every Tuesday. I know this week was on Wednesday because the recording was completely ruined by poor audio, so I had to re-record it now. I only realized it hours after when I started editing. It's gonna be posted Wednesday. But thank you guys for tuning in. Until next week, I'll catch you guys then. Like and subscribe. Peace. Outro time. I'm so sorry about last week, by the way, for the outro. I know I baited you guys into believing that I was gonna tell you who iitzTimmy was gonna join, because there is a team that he's gonna join, and I know who it is. And so to apologize, I'll tell you guys right now. iitzTimmy's joining